I have an announcement. I am making my project bag pattern. Yes, I'm so excited for it, guys. I've been working on this pattern all day yesterday, and I haven't been or felt this creative but productive, and I'm so giddy about it. I'm so excited about it. So I'm taking you on the process of me figuring this thing out because this is the first time I'm ever doing it, and I'm super excited. So the project bag that I'm talking about is this one. I always get questions about it when I'm talking about a project that I want to talk about that's inside of it. People ask me about this project bag. So I made this bag, I don't know, 5 months ago or something. And it was really fun. Immediately I was like in a vibe. I cut and ironed and made a second one, but a smaller one for like smaller projects. And then I left it to the wayside because I got distracted by other projects. And then 2 days ago, I decided to finish that one. And I made a smaller version. Look at this. It's so cute. And then when I finished this, I was like, oh my God, I need to make a pattern. Like, people always ask me, like, where is it from? Who? What? Did you buy it? And I always have to say, I made it myself. I designed it myself. So now I'm working on it. Yesterday, the whole day, basically what I did is the first time I made the pattern, luckily, I wrote down all of the measurements, but it was also kind of, I called it a little bit illegal because if the things weren't fitting correctly, I would just pull a little bit on them. You know what I mean? Like I was freestyling a little bit, but now I wrote everything down. I wrote all the measurements down, and I printed out a first pattern. So I have this basically, wait, let me pin my mic. So these are the colors I'm working with. How pretty, right? So I want the stripes to be green and yellow, and then the top to be blue, and the ribbon, oh my God, I keep forgetting the name. The ribbon is gonna be yellow. So that's one color combination. But what I just realized today is that I need to add, as well as today I added the measurements for the smaller bag. I also changed the measurements of the bottom circle, I guess, of the bag and the circumference of it, the main fabric of it. So this size isn't the right size anymore. So I'm gonna have to cut this shorter, but it's fine. Not all is lost. I just have to cut off one piece of it, and also it looks so professional. Like, you guys see like the numbers on it and everything. I feel so like, so the plan for today, I already printed out twice. I printed out the pattern twice because I want to make the small version and the big version, and I want to write down my process step by step. And I need to make this circle smaller because it is too big as well. I made some wrong calculations, but there are a few other things that I did right. So that's gonna be really fun. I'm gonna do that, and also I'm going to go to the thrift shop right now to see if they have some extra 100% cotton fabrics in fun colors, because I really want to stay in the fun primary color stripy theme for the project pictures I want to take of it. So I'm gonna go out and look to see if they have more of these, because all of these fabrics were thrifted, which, how cool is that? So I'm gonna go and see if they have more of these fabrics and see if they have more denim, because I'm using denim as the stronger fabric to hold everything up. But this is denim from thrifted pants, or pants I just don't wear anymore. So that's also really nice that I'm kind of using up all of that, but I need to go do all that right now. You're staying home. I'm gonna get the fabrics. I'm coming back so I can dive into the process. What can I say? They blessed me again. These two colors are the things that I found. This is a tablecloth. It's very pretty, but I'm gonna cut it up to make a bag. And these are two cushion covers, both 100% cotton, which is great because I'm gonna do the top with this red that I have left from my wedding guest dress I made. And when I was at the thrift shop, I was thinking, should I buy more red fabric? Because I don't know if I'm sure if I have enough red for the covering. Like the, it has a name, and I'm going to look it up now because I know I wrote it down. The drawstring casing. I didn't know if I had enough left for it because I remembered I had cut this strip of fabric because I thought months ago that I was going to make a big bag with, no, I think I thought I was going to make my small bag with red drawstring casing, but then I decided I didn't want to do that. And I was hoping this was going to be long enough for my big bag. It's not, but I keep a lot of my scraps and I still have this big boy left. I have even more left. So that's great. And I'm going to combine these. These are going to be the stripes. This is going to be the drawstring cover. And the drawstring is probably going to be in purple. So that's really good. I'm going to wash these now. Check that I cut the tag because one time I forgot to check that. And I'm going to get these to dry. I'm sorry if the lighting is weird, guys. The sun is playing games with me. See, what's this? Whatever. We have to lock in anyways. So I'm going to wash these and then start cutting the pattern paper, sticking them together. I might have to go and get, wait, what? I just forgot the name for sticky tape. I think the name is sticky tape. I just have to maybe go get some more sticky tape because I'm using a lot of it, but I'm so excited. Let's wash the fabrics first. Guys, wash your fabrics. It doesn't matter if you thrift them or buy them new at the fabric store. Wash your fabrics. Popping in to say that I found a bunch of denim in my second scrap fabric pile because of course I don't have one but two. So that's great. I can use that as well for my bottom part of my pattern because on the inside and the outside of the project bag there is denim circle to get it like stiff, I guess, to give it a base. So I have some extra denim to use for my pattern, and then I have this second leg of these thrifted pants that I'm gonna cut out and also use as fabric for the inside, so the lining and then the outside of the bottom of the bag. Do I still have my headphones on? I don't know. But I'm also coming in to say that if you guys are maybe bored and you want to discover a singer who can literally change your life, you love watching Tiny Desks, you should watch Jasmine Sullivan's Tiny Desk. It is so good. She's an amazing singer. She's an amazing performer even. I mean, it's not like she's doing crazy things, but her emotion when she's singing is absolutely out of this world. And when she released her album, I don't even know how long ago. It's probably 5 years ago, which is scary. So we're not going to say the year. It was so good. I was obsessed with it. I kept listening to it non-stop. And she released an album that I was like, I know every few years someone releases an album and I'm like, if they don't win a Grammy for it, I'm rioting. I had the same thing for Victoria Monet when she released Jaguar Part 2. Luckily she won, so everything's fine. But yeah, she deserves more attention, I think. And she also should come to Belgium because when she released the album, she came to like Amsterdam only. That's the only place in Europe she went. So guys, give her more love in Europe. So if she eventually decides to release another album in like maybe 5 years, she'll also come here. And Jasmine Sullivan, if you see this, I love you. I don't know why you would be on this channel, why you would be watching this, but I'm obsessed with you and your voice. Also listen to her features. She's always like sliding on the features. Oh my God. I'm obsessed with her. Anyways, I have to completely seam rip this pocket. So let's lock into that. I just finished cutting out all of my pattern pieces, and after tweaking the pieces on my PC, we have settled on these measurements. I've got my drawstring casing, I've got my drawstring, the bottom of the lining and the outside, both made out of denim, and the lining on the inside with the right measurement. What I'm gonna do now is gonna take most of my time, and I'm gonna lock in for it because it's just a bunch of strip cutting, because you can just cut this again in an outer fabric and then you have the outside layer of your piece. But as you can see, these are like quilted together, so I'm gonna put all these strips next to each other to get this result, and I'm gonna do all the cutting right now. I have, like I've said before already, chosen to combine green and yellow. Avocado green and yellow. So I'm gonna cut this out now. I think I'm gonna cut a rectangle out of this in the right dimensions and a rectangle out of this in the right dimensions, and then cut the strips. I am gonna try and be as precise as possible this time, because on this time I was just playing around, which made it, I mean, it looks fine. There's no place where I can say like, oh yeah, there's clearly a piece that's bigger than the others, but I want to make sure that this one makes sense. I'm also going to write down every single step. I'm still thinking, I don't know how I want to assemble, like how I want to write down the project description, because I'm doing patchwork. Maybe I'll just write a patchwork option in the pattern, and it's not necessarily what you have to do, but if you want to do it, you can. So I'm going to write it down so I know what I'm doing and you know what I'm doing for the tutorial, but you don't have to do this in the eventual pattern. Guys, I finished cutting, sewing, and pressing the patchwork. Ah, it's so pretty. Finished it yesterday night. It looks amazing. I am thinking that next time, which makes so much sense, but I'm a newbie patchwork girly, so I didn't notice. I focused on getting the exact measurements I needed from the pattern I made for the lining of the bag, but as in like the size of the patchwork. But what I should have done is made the patchwork a little taller and a little bit wider, so I have some extra fabric to cut off to make it the same size as this one, because now I had to be so precise that it's way harder to make sure it matches up the final measurements. It's really good, it's fine, but I think it's better instead of just trying to match this exactly, that I make the patchwork a little bit bigger at the top, the bottom, and the sides, so I have more leeway and can use this pattern again, because I'm creating fabric basically as a plain fabric, and then cut off the excess on the top, the bottom, and the sides. I had to take a little break from my project, which is looking so cute and good and amazing, woo, because I had a meeting. It was more of a call to get my business coach, which is so exciting. It was like an intake call. And you know, like one thing I will do when I'm nervous is joke. I make jokes. And usually when they start laughing, I'm like, oh, relaxing. She was so serious. She was not breaking at all. I would be like, ha ha, ha yeah, you know, and she'd be like, and at the end of our call, she was like, yeah, it would be good. You finish your business plan, you send it to me in advance so I can check. I have a very critical eye. And in my mind, I was like, yeah, you have a critical eye. You didn't laugh at my jokes. No. But I'm really excited because I have a deadline for this other program I'm following for my business plan. And I'm going to finish it like 2 weeks in advance. You guys know I love to be way earlier than a deadline. You guys know this. I have this with projects. So it's going to be great to be done 2 weeks in advance and already have a critical eye going over it before I have to send it to my other program. My goodness, that was stressful, but she seems really nice and she seems very experienced. Oh my God, she was giving her background and I was like, damn, that's what I need. I need someone enough of like people just being excited about the thing, but like to the point. How are you going to pay money? Are you going to win money? Are you going to fund it? How are you going to da-da-da? Like I need the serious things to start now. So I'm super excited. Now back to one of the serious things I am doing is figuring out this pattern. I am, while making this one and writing down the steps of this project, also adapting the pattern at the same time. So I'm changing a bunch of things. It looks, even look at this amazing. This is just because I used thrifted pants. So don't look at this, but this is like a perfect circle compared to the first one I made. You can see like the fabric kind of bunches in here because I was just doing whatever. So the fact that this fits so well, I love it. Like that's so profesh. And then overlocking here up top also makes it look so professional as well. I'm happy. I'm really, really happy about that. So I'm just gonna continue doing what I've been doing, but it looks so pretty and it's my favorite green. Hey guys, we are a few days later and the bag is finished. So good. I already put a project inside of it, my forever whip. That's a joke. It's not gonna be a forever whip. It looks super good. I'm really happy. The most important part is look at the bottom. It's a perfect circle. Look at it, guys. It's so good. I am obsessed. Is there something else I wanted to say or change or do, whatever? No, while making this, I wrote down everything. A little tip: if you don't have Adobe Illustrator for whatever reason, there's a free version. It's not the same. It's called Inkscape. I will put a link to the website in the description box. And basically you can, when you put the program on your PC, it's open source, so you don't have to pay for it. And when you put the program on your PC, if you've worked with Illustrator before, you can tap the Illustrator function, so the program is going to set itself up as Illustrator. And basically I use that to make some technical designs of the big bag and the small bag that I'm going to make now. I was doing this, but I'm going to make the small bag now, and it looks amazing. Like I'm kind of really impressed with myself and my skills because I used to hate working on Illustrator, but I think it's just a case of you're in college and they're forcing you to do something, and this is me making this because I want to. So I had a lot of color combinations that I tested out on Inkscape, and I settled on a design I want to make for my small version of this bag. So I have more bags for the product photos, and I can also just check on the process that I just wrote down for this size and see if it applies for the small one, and also check the measurements from the pattern that I've designed already. So that's what we're gonna do today. I am only planning on prepping the fabrics today, and I think I'm gonna sew it tomorrow or Sunday. So let's get into it. I'm so obsessed with this bag. Oh yeah, and the project, let's just show the project that's inside of it. It is my modified Olga sweater that I haven't touched in a long time. Yay! The yarn is gorgeous though. the tweed. Let me show you guys one more time. It is so pretty. Okay, now it's time to lock in. Oh wait, let me show you the fabrics. This is a tablecloth table. It's not a runner, but it's like a circle table cover. So we could have actually kept this because our table is a round table, but I thrifted this fabric to use as fabric and not as a table runner, so it's for me. It's this bright orange, some baby blue for the body. The orange is for the top, the scrunched up channel, the casing. This is for one color of the stripes. And this is for the other color of the stripes. So it's going to be stripe like this at the bottom and then orange at the top. And I'm sure it's going to look sick because I already made my design in Inkscape. Also, what I wanted to show is that I thrifted this months ago and this a few weeks ago, and the green is exactly the same color on different days. How did I do that? How crazy is that? Like, it's not the same at all. This is a table runner. This was an IKEA curtain. Crazy, crazy. Anyways, so I'm gonna cut all this and use the pattern. I have to cut the pattern first and then I can do that. This is what it's looking like now. It's so good. I also decided to try and add 2 cords, I guess, into the bag, and I love it a lot more than just one. Like, this is so like, this was needed, truly. So I really like it. It does kind of bunch up here on the side, and I don't know why. I feel like I didn't press it down well or something. I don't know why it's doing that. So I'll have to check that. Also adapted some of the things I wrote down. It's so cute. I can't stop looking at it. There's some steps that I forgot to write down, so I can go over that again. I am a little bit sick, so I think I'm gonna stop working on this for now and then work on the final draft so I can make the final 2 small bag and big bag for the video tutorial. I need to do so many more things, but I'm really happy that I tried it with the 2 cords because clearly it's so, I can't stop doing it. It's so superior to just 1 cord, because 1 cord kind of makes it, the balance is so off. There's nothing in here, and I put everything that was in this bag, but the balance is so off. So great to know. As you can see here, also I forgot to overlock on the inside, and on this bag I did overlock it, so there's no spillage of fabric on this cord. I can't stop doing it, guys. Oh my god. But I'm really happy. Hi, as you can see, I did not just do 2 more prototypes. I underestimated how much trial and error and adapting and changing my mind. In Dutch, you would say rutemethode. It is to make a pattern. But what I can say now is that today, which is, I want to say a month later, I made my most successful prototype yet. This is all the updates I have to share about this bag. Is we have a name. The pattern is called the candy bag. Thank you to everyone who helped me find the name. So we have a different name for the small size compared to the bigger size. The bigger size is the classic size, and this one is the snack size candy bag. And the pockets are different because now we have 360 pockets on the inside, which makes it also easier to customize, because if you, for example, are more a crocheter or you also crochet, you can choose to make smaller compartments to make it small enough to fit exactly one crochet hook. This gives you opportunity to decide how to separate the pockets, and also you just have a lot of notions. While using the bag, I just realized that just one pocket was not enough. I also, as you can see, I added 2 drawstrings inside the channel. I also made the drawstring cords longer, and I also figured out a way to do a stitch in the ditch for the casing that's a little bit more, I would say, user-friendly and makes the finish on the inside look more profesh. And I'm really happy with all of this. I've been working on it for so long now, it feels like, and I'm happy with the final result, honestly. Like, these two, I love them. I've been using this bag because this is my most recent finished bag. This one I just finished today, but this one I finished, I want to say a week ago, and the change in the pockets is great, amazing. I love it. And what I also want to announce is that I am looking for testers. So you'll find the tester form in the description. It would be super cool if you're interested into testing this pattern for me. I'm excited to be able to announce this, and also just in general want to thank you guys to be with me on this journey and to be so excited about it. This is a dream come true. Oh my god. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a great day, great week, great month. Tell me which one of the bags is your favorite colorway. I'm curious. I'm really curious. I always want to know what you guys are making. You know this at this point. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.